This is Gina Eckstine, and you're listening to Planet Soul on Voices Radio.
What's going on? This is Nicolay of the Foreign Exchange, and you're checking out Planet Soul on Voices Radio. Peace.
You can catch Nicolay and Hot at Nights at Trane Studio this coming Thursday, July 5th. The show times are 7:30 and 9:30. Trane Studio is located at 964 Bathurst Street, Toronto. We had a chance to speak with Nicolay about his upcoming show. He discussed his new project with the trio Hot at Nights and how it's a departure from the solo material, which leans more towards urban electronica, and his work with the Foreign Exchange, which is more of a neo-soul sound.
Well, it was really, it kind of born out of a desire that I've had for years, really. It's to kind of form an ensemble or a band that I could play my music with on the road. Obviously I'm part of the Foreign Exchange, and we have, we do very successful tours. I do some stuff outside of that, and that always included more kind of, DJing and stuff like that. And it was really a dream of mine to form a group and to be able to play, music from my catalog, and to to do that kind of as a reinterpretation of just stuff I would do in the studio. And Chris, as you said, is the live or the guitarist in our live band. He is actually the leader of the Hot at Nights, which is an experimental jazz trio consisting of him, Matt Douglas on saxophone, and Nick Baglio on drums. And when he played me some of that material, it kind of instantly fell into place, because I could hear sort of how that would kind of be the perfect group for me to try what I wanted to do with, which is to rearrange some of my tracks and kind of take that out on the road. And so we recorded a EP together, which is primarily based on music from my last solo record, which was from 2009, called City Lights Volume 2. And we, like I said, the four of us just sat in the room in the studio from morning to pretty much late night. And we didn't use any computers or any sort of technological stuff. It was just really about the performance and about playing together and playing off of each other and improvising. And that really all came together so well, and it found definitely a lot of listening ears even after releasing it, that we felt it was ready to take on the road. And that's what we're doing now. We've been doing it for a while. We've played places like the Blue Note in New York, and so we're definitely visiting more the kind of sit down places, if you will. It's definitely a listening experience. So we can't wait to take it, to Toronto.
What can your fans expect to hear this Thursday night at Trane Studio?
It's a very organic sounding project, but there's definitely a lot of electronica and keyboards and vintage, stuff. And so it's really a culture clash in a lot of ways. And that's even what it is on stage, you know what I'm saying? It really is kind of, sometimes it is almost like a battle. It is very, it's four people, of which at least three of them are masters on their instruments. I kind of just get by. I try to keep up. These are some incredible virtuosos. So, it's every night, honestly, is it's kind of a trip. It's really, it's so jazz that in a lot of ways, you're never really sure what can happen. And sometimes that can lead to very, very pleasing results. And sometimes it can lead to, less successful results. That's kind of part of it. It's playing without a net almost. So it really is. It's very cool.
Will you be doing any music from Foreign Exchange?
Probably a little bit of both. They will hear much of the EP that I recorded together with the Hot at Nights, and at the same time, we play stuff that goes back all the way to the first album, the first Foreign Exchange album, some stuff from the second Foreign Exchange album and the third. So we really we take some of that material, and we once again we kind of really reimagine it and revisit it even, and kind of make it into something new. And during the first tour that we did in January, people were really surprised, because they weren't weren't even expecting to hear that. They knew what to expect in terms of the new collaboration, but they were really pleasantly surprised even to hear, some of the kind of more quote unquote classic stuff, but totally through a new sort of filter. And so it's a little bit of everything. And for instance, the foreign exchange songs that we play are songs that we don't normally play with the foreign exchange. They're more kind of album cuts, if you will. And that really is also for us a way to to keep it exciting. I mean, there's songs that you'll end up playing like thousands of times, and I mean that's if you're lucky, because it means that the songs are popular. You got to keep it exciting for yourself, and after so many times of playing the same thing, like it's very easy to get sucked into the kind of autopilot stuff, and that's really where where you don't want to go, So this is really another, really great way for me to revisit something that in itself is, 10 years old, but to make it sound like it's, kind of just as urgent as some of the new stuff we're doing. That's really kind of been the challenge, and it's cool because this is a jazz trio. You're already automatically gonna sound very different than what, for instance, the Connected record sounds like. So it's been a lot of fun.
What's next on the horizon, Nicolay?
Next on the horizon will be a little vacation. We've been working really, really hard for a while now, and so we need to kind of charge up the battery. But we are working, or pretty much starting to work on album number 4. For the foreign exchange. So that's exciting because it's album number 4. That in itself is no small feat. So we're mapping that out. We own and operate our own label, so we're also releasing several other projects by artists that we either admire or work closely with. So we got that going on as well. So probably a lot more, new music soon, and a lot more shows. Hopefully, I really like to, taking this as far as it can go. The shows have been fantastic, so I'd like to keep that going as well.
Nicolay and Hot at Nights will be performing this Thursday, July 5th at Trane Studio. Trane Studio is at 964 Bathurst Street, Toronto. Showtimes are at 7:30 and 9:30. This interview is produced by Kurt Green and engineered by Greg Thibideau.